morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
And good morning, everybody. I'm Jason Hawe, and this is Rise and Shine Las Vegas. And with me, of course, is
Little Sonya. Hello, Las Vegas. Wake up. I hope you're woke by now.
Wake and bake, whatever you got to do. Coffee,
It's
the whole
brunch
bit.
time.
Now, for that matter, though, too, you're not necessarily seeing this first thing in the morning. So, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is.
Hello.
So, all right, so how are you?
I'm good, and you, Jason? I missed you.
Pretty damn good. Well, you know, it's only been a week now. So
It has, but it seems like
it was good to
forever.
have you back
Yes.
after that little absence.
Yes.
But now
I'm
we're
back.
locked in.
Yes,
It's
I'm
you and
back.
me.
I'm back. It's me and Jason.
All right.
Dynamic duo. Together
we go.
forever.
Wonder Twins or whatever.
Can't get rid of me. You
All
tried.
right.
He tried. He sent
Yeah.
He sent the employment angels to give me a job.
Aha.
And guess what? I don't have it anymore.
No.
No. They gave me the boot, guys.
Oh boy. They,
I look
they-
crazy, don't I? I'm smiling.
the little shuffle right
Yeah,
on
they
back
gave me
out
the
there.
boot. And I'm happy.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.
And don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yes, and I didn't.
Well,
I went so fast I couldn't even get out the door fast enough. And I
you know-
left my personal journal and everything and had to go back and get it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you don't want to leave anything behind.
No.
Yeah.
But it was one of the best things that could have happened to me in 2024.
Really?
Yeah, I can't speak too much on it because they had me sign an NDA. They paid me a little change to sign an NDA. But it was a nightmare that I went into.
Oh, wow.
And I am happy that the gods of the universe released me. And thank you, Jason, for wishing that on me.
Well, you know, free things out there to do what really matters,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
our show.
Yes.
Right?
So, how about you? How was your week?
You know, it's still lots going on between this show, preparing, of course, for, again, remember, in 10 days,
10 days.
we get the honor of having Councilwoman Victoria Seaman here on our show for the full hour. So tune into that. Looking forward to that. We're getting a lot of preparation going. So,
Nice, nice.
but yeah, all of those things going on this week. Well, where do I start? Yeah, it's my head still swims. You know, if I'm not writing it down, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I got you. I need to be a sticky note rehab myself. There's sticky notes everywhere. Everywhere. That's my
Bathroom
brain.
mirror,
That's my
doors,
memories. The sticky
refrigerator
notes.
door,
Yes.
just
Yes.
everywhere on the
Mostly on
dashboard,
bathroom mirrors.
visor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's my brain nowadays. Sticky notes. That's what it's reduced to.
Well, again, the information is everywhere. The media, the content, all of the data.
And it's unlimited.
It is.
It's unlimited.
And stuff just keeps slipping out between the ears, and it gets harder. I mean, as we get older too.
Especially on a day like today. It's gloomy out.
Right?
It's so gloomy, Vegas. But the weather is nice. 60 degrees.
You know what? That's true.
I'll take that over Chicago's weather any day.
Yeah. No, it's freezing everywhere
Yeah.
else, and so we're still Vegas.
Yeah.
So it's definitely easier on us than
Except
the
for
other
our
places.
producer Maria. She's wrapped up in a cuddly like Sherpa coat that goes down to the knee. She's nice and cozy today, guys.
Right. No, she definitely. There's plenty of people that just cannot handle even 50 degrees.
Yeah, I see them out there in coats and scarves and hats, and I'm like, what are these guys dressed for?
Not just in Vegas either. In Florida, Central Florida, they're in a panic.
Oh, I bet.
They're having a cold spell this weekend that's going to be in the neighborhood of between 25, 28, and 40 or so. So they're going to drop below 40 degrees,
So sorry, Florida.
and they're terrified. So, all right, I get that, you know, what they're used to. But, all right, I came from.
Yeah,
You came
yeah.
from Chicago. I
So
came
it's
from
like
Colorado.
nothing.
So, really, I don't see much, you know. But
It snowed here a few years back in Vegas. Do you remember that? Were you here? We got a few flurries.
yeah, I remember a little bit. I mean, obviously Mount Charleston and all of that is going to get it
Yeah.
a little bit more often.
You would have thought that we were in the midst of a total freaking snowstorm the way the drivers were acting.
Oh, for
They
sure.
were like pulling over to the side of the road and we're like driving like, what's going on? Like, why is everybody pulling over to the side? And it's just a few snow
Well,
flurries.
many of the states, if they get that rare bit of snow, even an inch, they shut down. everything shut down. They completely are paralyzed by
Tennessee.
Texas, the Carolinas, plenty of states. But there's two things. One, okay, yeah, they've never. Some people have truly never seen it before in their lives, so they think it's some sort of apocalypse going on here. But in fairness to those states, it's not like they got a snowplow
That's
sitting
true.
waiting on the wings at a
That
depot
is
somewhere.
so true. They're not prepared.
No, they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the equipment for that. So yeah, what do you do? An inch, everything's shut
Yeah.
down.
And then the roads are made differently too.
Exactly.
Like
Very good
here,
point.
we have the oil-based roads because
Very
of the
good
sun
point.
and the heat. So oil and water don't mix.
So all
Slip
right.
and slide.
So, credit to you, and I will let you off the hook. Texas and Florida, places like that, when you're not used to having it,
Yeah.
there's some legitimate reason to panic.
Yeah. Especially when you live in a sunshine state.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the orange crops will suffer for it. I don't know. Orange juice prices going up. Buy now.
No, I
Buy
love
low.
orange juice.
No futures. Orange juice futures. Buy in now, and wait for it. So
Now you're getting your stock tips.
there we go. Financial advice now. Yeah, there we are.
On to the next
We
segment.
cover it all. But speaking of, again, the cold temperatures and the massive freezing that's going on all over the country,
Yeah.
crazy thing the phenomenon that comes along is frost quakes in Chicago.
Interesting, because I'm born and raised, and this is my first time hearing a frost quake. So
Well,
tell me a little bit about it.
They might have made it up in order to generate more media, but what I'm
Sure.
hearing is literally when the ground freezes enough, thoroughly enough, and deep enough, it cracks.
Interesting.
And the sound of it can be anywhere from sounding like bubble wrap being popped, to tree branches being snapped, to gunshots. So when you think about the layer of ground and crust and whatever, freezing and cracking, it's pretty freaky.
Interesting.
It's
So,
pretty freaky.
is there a possibility that Chicago will break off like California and become its own state or island?
Well, it would.
Into the Lake
trying
Michigan?
I'm trying to picture the geography of where Chicago and Illinois is as far as it might kind of crumble into the lakes a little bit, but nothing like. I mean, we can only hope with California.
Yeah,
Yeah, might be anyway.
that would be beautiful.
Well,
To have California as an island.
yeah, just snap it off. And I've already said, well,
That would give us some waterfront property for sure.
I've already proposed sell it back to Mexico. That's
Okay.
my opinion on it. California,
Okay.
you can have it, all of it. But and take the Raiders back with you too while you're at it.
No.
All right.
No. Okay, Jason.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, that's my feeling. Y'all know how I feel about the Raiders.
We need something to fall back on here. I mean, pretty much Vegas was just a boring jackpot.
No, to his credit, I think it's awesome that there is an NFL team here.
Okay.
All right, it absolutely is. I'm a sports fan, which is why I'm a Raider hater. But I'm a sports fan. I'm a fan of Las Vegas. I love it here. This is home, and so yeah, bring on the teams, jack it. Make it more exciting. Add everything you can to it. We want it all, absolutely. Just why did it have to be the Raiders?
Any other team but?
What's that?
Any other team but the Raiders?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd take a college team. Let's just elevate UNLV
Now, that's
and
big Raider hate there.
for life, as I said, for life.
Sorry, Vegas.
Now, I got a little bit more to talk about with the Raiders coming up later.
Okay.
So a little bit,
Just a little.
and a little bit more about the NFL and everything. But going back to California and whether or not it snaps off there, well, actually, in strange way, the country just got bigger. The
Okay.
United States
Okay.
got bigger by like 60,000 kilometers, like almost the size of Alaska. And the way they did this was the continental shelf that surrounds every country under the ocean, in the ocean, the lower parts there, is actually legitimately part of your territory.
Really?
So most countries claim this part of, the continental shelf around whatever their borders are
Uh-huh.
as an extended part of their boundaries.
Interesting.
So California is among the coastal states, obviously, that the continental shelf extends out through the ocean, the first part there, and that's now U.S. territory. So the country just got bigger.
Wow.
And California, that whole ocean area there is now part of the country. And so, in a related story, California legislature is now moving to add Medicaid coverage to those marine animals. So, yeah.
I was about to ask, does this conclude their excuse for the immigrants and the migrants that they're bringing
Well,
over?
I think there's some groups that are trying to now build on the continental shelf to find somewhere to house all of those. Are they immigrants or are they undocumented? What's the new name for them now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you got to be
They
careful
got a
what
new
you
name.
call them.
Yeah,
now.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So whatever it is,
Whatever it
they
is.
got to come from somewhere. So now maybe there's they're trying to cross into the country in little submarines.
Submersibles.
Yeah, building them out of bathtubs and duct tape, and just a little air mask that they got off of an airplane, trying to make it over here.
On the next episode of Vegas Views.
Yeah. California will welcome them, of course. They'll give them all sorts of free stuff, so they can be sure of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's one thing our government is known for doing, be it state to state or federally.
Well, see, that's not to get too far into politics and all, but that's one of the problems with the way the country's been run for so long is taking all the tax money, all the public money, and doling it out in all these different ways and funding these programs or these people or these groups or these situations that then complicates it even further. Like who has a right to this and who has a right to that. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show.
Maybe we'll talk about that with Victoria Seaman, Councilwoman Seaman, or again, following that, one more little bit, is it's Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley.
Nice.
And she will be here on the 7th. So, coming up in those couple of weeks. So I just got to keep throwing that out there, too, because you definitely want to
make sure you guys tune in, get a load of information. And get you guys out there to vote this season.
Yeah, exactly. Now, returning just for a moment on the cold, on a more somber note, is again the temperatures have hit throughout the country, middle states and the like, all the way from Oregon to Maine.
Yeah.
There have been major alerts and a whole lot of freezing temperatures. There have been at this point, I believe, 55 deaths from the cold, hyperthermia and exposure and things like that. So.
That's a lot.
The cold is really it reminds me. Have you seen the movie Day After Tomorrow?
Yes, one of my favorite movies.
Right? Great movie.
Yes.
Dennis Quaid, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. Well, in Day After Tomorrow, the climate change with the whole global warming thing unbalanced the ocean currents and then the air currents and all of that, so that the planet corrected itself by turning out this major cyclonic freeze for the whole northern hemisphere. To a lesser degree, that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah.
The planet is compensating for all of the increased temperatures over the course of a regular year, and it swung us back to this weird cyclonic freeze that's come down from the Arctic.
Yeah. And it's really weird, especially with the southern states taking on a freeze or these cold temperatures.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
the
really
United
weird.
States is still well above the equator, so it is not immune to any of those shifts.
That's true. That doesn't mean you guys start coming to Vegas. Just because we have 60-degree weather doesn't mean you guys start coming here.
Yeah,
We're crowded already.
No, we don't need more. Send them to California.
Because we've been having pretty good weather. The next couple of days we're supposed to experience some rain showers, a few thunderstorms, including today.
Nice.
I brought my umbrella in just in case.
Okay.
But for the most part, we've been in the lower 60s, upper 50s.
It's true. It's true.
Pretty nice.
We haven't suffered, and for that matter, past summer was relatively mild.
Yeah.
By comparison.
That's true. It
So,
was.
Yeah. We're doing
It was,
all right.
yes.
Yeah, we're doing all right with the weather.
Yeah, it's been pretty decent here. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
enjoying it. No coats. I might pull out the grill this weekend.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just wanted to throw a little shade out there to you non-Vegas people. I'm sorry.
It's true. Yeah, no, every chance we get, really.
Yeah,
No,
want to
honestly.
pull out the grill, especially for Super Bowl. I wonder if it's going to be this nice for the Super Bowl.
You know what? It better be. Otherwise, we won't get another one. Hey, Yeah. Now that's the thing. Now we're going to get into sports here in the next segment,
Yes.
and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Just kind of set the table for us now. But the whole thing is appreciate what's here. I know that there are sacrifices. I know the issues are there as far as the roads and all of that, and just the influx of people. But be appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. It's a huge boon. Every city, any major city would kill to have it, and
Absolutely.
they battle for it year in
Absolutely.
year out. 2 and 4 years down the road, it's like we want a Super Bowl, and not everybody gets it. So be happy that it's here.
It's our turn.
Yeah. Now, just a little bit before we go to the next, go to our break into the next segment is on the sports there. The games are this weekend, all right? These are the divisional round of the playoffs, the NFL playoffs. So what we have here is we've got, on today's schedule, we've got Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans
Okay.
in Baltimore. Baltimore's still a
Go
heavy
Ravens.
favorite, yes. And the Green Bay Packers travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers, also the favorite in their conference. And, to that game, at least they didn't have to play it in Green Bay.
That's true.
That's
true.
I think the injury report would list a couple of, with
So
frostbite.
true.
And, because
those cheeseheads know how to play
they do.
in any type of weather.
Well, and they're famous. There's
Yes.
the Ice Bowl and
Yes.
things like that. And, so at least it's not there. They're in San Francisco instead of
All
Green
right.
Bay, Wisconsin. And then tomorrow, the Bucks play the Lions, and another big marquee game, the Chiefs play the Bills.
Okay.
So those games are there. So we're down to sort of, in college football terms, the Elite Eight
Okay.
this weekend. It'll be whittled down to 4 teams by the end of the weekend. 2 games to play next week, and that'll decide who's coming to the Super Bowl.
All right.
So just to set the table for that, we've got more to talk about.
Yes.
And let's see. Well, we want to come back to sports a little bit too, because there's a couple of little bitty things worth mentioning in the NBA. So.
And I got some interesting events going on for you guys for Super Bowl. So make sure you come back.
The whole Super Bowl
The
segment
whole Super Bowl
is going to be
segment.
full of great stuff.
Yes.
So we'll be right back here in just a moment.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
The year is 2980, and we now know that death is not the end. A soul can be extracted from the recently deceased and be used to create a blue liquid called essence. It can bring a person back to life.
We'll get her back.
I hope so.
It's an expensive process used by the rich and powerful. The rest, they do what they can to survive.
Stay right there.
You told me you're hiding from some dangerous people.
Let's knock on the door. I spent the last year searching for the Deep Star, a bounty so big that the entire galaxy could be yours.
People have been looking for the Deep Star for years. It can't be found.
It's because they can't find the distress beacon. I know where it is.
If we find the Deep Star, we could get enough credits to bring Mom back.
Blast off.
Guys, we have company.
You can run, but you cannot hide. Prepare for impact.
I am now authorized to take action.
And now you die.
No!
And welcome back This is the next chapter here in today's show for Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Of course, I'm Jason Hawe.
I'm little Sonya.
And here we go some more.
And here we go.
Still stuck in the sports rut here. So follow that up. We're going to start with just some basics. A little bit of news in the NBA. The Boston Celtics, who had to this point an undefeated 20-0 home record at home in the Boston Garden, snapped last night by my Denver Nuggets. Yes, they won last night.
What was the score?
It was a nail biter all the way through, which I really hate watching those games sometimes. But it was 102 to 100.
Oh my God!
So yeah, took care of Boston. That was important because my Nuggets, they lost in Philadelphia to the 76ers, just the 2 nights before that. So, but yeah,
I'm so glad my husband didn't watch that game at home. It would have been a bunch
There's
of
some tough
hollering
ones.
and
There's
yelling.
some tough ones. Yeah, no, throw that out there. And a little bit of Lakers news. The Lakers lost a tough one last night. They almost had it. They only lost by 18 points.
Okay.
To the lowly Brooklyn Nets. So, little shot at the Lakers. Honestly, they're very symptomatic of any of the California drivers. They all suck on the road. That's the Lakers for you. So, just get that in there.
Listen, if you don't know how to drive, come to Vegas.
Right. And
This is the learning lesson, the capital of non-drivers.
well, the thing is, and I've talked about this before, the layout of the city and the roads and all of the weird configurations, I swear it's designed so nobody can maneuver if you haven't been here for more than 3 years. You really need 3 years to learn what the hell it is.
It's a big circle with a bunch of zigzags and grooves and ups and downs throughout the circles.
And again, to say nothing of all the streets that are two things at once. Every other road is on this side, it's whatever.
It's a different street.
And I mean, so again, if you're new here and you're following navigation and it says turn left on such and such, and you look at the sign on your right and it says something completely different, you're just going right on by again.
In a circle.
And more circles. Yeah. Again, Las Vegas, the circular city. It's
I like that. The circular city.
The loop-the-loops and all the way through. Yeah. It's a joke. It really is. But enough. Yeah. I could go on about driving.
Yeah.
I spent way too much time on the roads. But back into the football and the sports, one more bit of news for the Raiders, and then we're going to talk about the Super Bowl.
You sure you want to talk about the Raiders?
Just this one little thing there, yeah.
You guys don't know.
I'm kind of indifferent on either of these here, but they actually made Antonio Pierce, the coach who filled in. They named him full-time legit head coach.
Congratulations.
So yeah, congratulations. You got your work cut out for you. It's the Raiders. But. All right, we'll leave that aside. But on to the real football, the stuff that's still going on. And, of course, this is going to be the topic really throughout the whole month.
Yeah.
And it's the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
And it's a huge party. That's the whole point. It's an enormous party. Everything.
Yes.
There's some special things that go on throughout, kicking things off.
And it kicks off before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So Vegas is kicking it off February 5th. We're starting with, and it's powered by Gatorade. It's the Super Bowl 58 opening night, guys. It's Monday, February 5th. It's the biggest week kickoffs with the Super Bowl opening night fueled by Gatorade at Allegiant Stadium. And you can be there as players and coaches make their first public appearance during the Super Bowl week. Hundreds of media. There'll be interviews of the players, the coaches. Excuse me. You'll get to take pictures. Doors open at 3 p.m. The team takes the stage at 5 p.m. And be sure to download the NFL One Pass and bring your own headphones that you can listen in because there's going to be a lot of noise there.
Oh, okay, a lot of simulcast stuff going on.
Yes. Tickets are $30 and will be available, starting in December. And fans can visit superbowl.com for the most up-to-date information. That sounds like it's going to be a blast.
Very cool. So that essentially kind of comes into with the media days that
Yes.
the teams are scheduled
Yes.
for.
Yes.
And so they make their appearances, and we'll know obviously at that point who those two teams are. We got 8 of them right now that are vying for it. So.
Yes, sir. And then to follow that up, guys, we have the Super Bowl experience that's going on for a full week here in the Valley. Full week. It starts at the, it's going to be at the Mandalay Bay. It starts Wednesday the 7th, and it goes all the way to Saturday the 10th with different things going on different days. Get this. It's activities for everyone.
Yeah.
The whole family. Kids 12 and under are absolutely free. Something exciting for you to take the kids out. 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day on each day. The first day is only $25. Every day after that is $50 per person.
Oh, wow. It goes up.
It goes up,
Okay.
of course. Of course it goes up. Let's see. Tickets for the Super Bowl experience presented by Toyota start at $25 on day 1, $50 the rest of the week. Tickets will be available in mid-December. Download the NFL One Pass app at NFL.com/OnePass to be the first to know when tickets are released, to get more information, and, of course, to purchase your tickets for this event. This is going to be fun. They got the 40-yard dash, player autographs, take photos with the Super Bowl ring, and the infamous Vince Lombardi trophy.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting for the whole family. I think I may take my girls and my son.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. The whole fan experience for the event is full of stuff. Throwing the footballs. There's
gonna be an
they have
amazing
little
week.
tires and little things there.
It's going to be an amazing week.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it should be
looking
very
forward
cool.
to it. Not the traffic, of course, but
Again, we got to take that in
you
stride.
got to take the good with the bad.
We do. We have to adjust to that. I haven't gotten any more detail on further closures. Again, most of them are temporary.
Yes.
So again, it'll come and go, and we'll get through this, and we'll make a whole lot of money. I mean, overall, as a city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're expecting, what, like 500,000 in guests and visitors here this weekend?
Oh,
for
yeah.
that week?
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
500,000 in visitors. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
And again, just all the coverage, all the exposure, all the dollars spent.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of making money on this time there.
Uh-oh. Let's
Yeah.
talk good money.
Vegas hotels, of course, are cashing in on this. Their hotels have jacked. The regular rates have gone up anywhere from 80 to 80% to beyond. Wow. So, all right, rooms. We all knew those were going to be more expensive. $300, $400, $500, $600 for the same $200 room. But also, just as of Tuesday, MGM raised their resort fees. And that is not, they're not alone in that. Resort fees are going up. And those are those mysterious freaking charges that end up after you've already booked it, after you've made your reservation. And it's like, oh, by the way, there's some more.
Yeah, like
You
the
know?
room, $75. The resort fee is $75 as well.
Yeah, so, and that's all across the board for all of the MGM properties, as much as $50 now in resort fees.
Wow.
Yeah, MGM's Mandalay Bay is $45, and the Bellagio is $50.
That's
So,
a lot.
and I got to thinking that overall Vegas is doing that because it's getting bigger and it's getting better. It's more exciting. But it's also, are you trying to price yourself out like Disneyland?
Oh.
All right, that's
Interesting.
what I'm kind of wondering. It's becoming very top heavy
Yeah.
as far
Agreed.
as how the cost of everything goes.
Agreed.
And you remember, have you ever been to Disneyland?
Yes.
I went as a kid.
Yes.
182 years ago. But I went as a little kid with my little sister and my mom and dad, and it was doable for a middle-class family.
Not now.
Now you have to save up for 3 years.
Yep.
You have to take out a loan, and it costs you what, $800. And they're pricing them out of it. And well, the Vegas hotels are kind of doing the same thing. It seems they're real, and the demand is there.
It is.
But it's going to cut off a whole segment of people that just, well, no, we can't afford to do that. Because what they can afford is hotels and areas and activities here that aren't necessarily the safest and best things that we have
That's
to
true.
offer.
That's true. I wonder if the pricing has anything to do with, because they're paying their staff really, really well. And I wanted to mention that a lot of the hotels are hiring right now.
Absolutely.
And
Big
they're
time.
paying the maids the house cleaners,
Housekeeping.
housekeepers. They're starting them off at like $22-25 an hour.
Yeah.
And that's good money. Not
You know,
free
and that's
good
what
money,
I want the
that's good
hotel's
money.
dollars spent on cleaning the room before I check in. Yeah, I really think that's that's money well spent. So yeah, go for that. Yeah, they're still hiring in the brand new hotels.
Yes.
2 massive brand new ones. So yeah,
What is
there's
it? The Durango
jobs out there.
and
Durango
the
and
Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fontainebleau is beautiful.
It's pretty. It's my favorite color.
Beautiful.
It is blue. I didn't wear blue today, but yeah, it really is pretty. And again, it's the tallest habitable structure
Yes.
here in
yes.
Vegas now.
And you know, before you interview with them, they have you do like this experience interview. I know because I had an interview with them.
Culture
Yes.
audition.
Yes, a culture audition.
Yeah. Been there, done
The
that.
first time I've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
But I
So
thought it was awesome.
it's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute. I honestly, and I've tried a couple of times with Fontainebleau and with mixed results. I wasn't necessarily going to share this story, but the second time around that I was scheduled for a culture audition, they changed location. The first one was at Howard Hughes Center.
Yeah.
Well, the second one they scheduled me for the convention center.
Okay.
The directions they gave me. All right, this was Morris the chatbot that you talk to instead of a real person. But Morris sent me to the convention center, and the directions he gave me, the back of the building at the loading dock.
Damn it, Morris.
I walked my way in and said, I'm just going to figure it out based on what I was given. And I'm telling you, my experience was literally bullshit. It was a rodeo going on in maybe not a full-on rodeo with bull riding, but I smelled manure. It was some sort of cowboy event. For my cult, I'm like, are you kidding me? How that it really was horseshit. That second experience. That was my cultural experience the second time around with that whole process.
Full of shit.
Really, literally. It was full of shit.
Well, that was the universe way of telling us and telling you
I don't belong there.
we don't belong there.
No, that's
Not at all.
Not for me. Yeah.
Not at all. We're not a piece of shit.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say F you Fontainebleau, but because it's a beautiful place and it's a massive operation in and of itself. It just didn't work for me. Okay, that's fine. On to other things, better things.
On to better things.
But yeah, I am concerned about the overall cost of things exceeding,
Yeah.
a whole demographic, a whole group of, segment of people in the country that there's no way it can't make it anymore. So watch out for those resort fees. There's actually a bill that they're playing around with. Biden administration is actually floating some legislation out there.
Really?
To deal with all of these extra fees. With phones and ticket prices.
Oh, especially with phones.
And yeah, try buying a ticket through any of these agencies for an event. That stuff just sneaks right up and hits you in the back of the head.
They have their fees as well.
So yeah, those and resort fees were named specifically in this potential legislation to curb some of these hidden fees.
Nice.
And surprise costs.
Speaking of legislation, did you hear about Florida? They're trying to or about to pass a bill that stops kids 16 and under from participating on the internet, on social media.
Just straight across.
Just straight across. How do you
no
think
one
that will happen?
under 16 on the internet,
no one
social
under
media.
16 on social media.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. Exactly.
Good luck with that.
Because they're already saying that they're 18 just to make an account.
Yeah.
How do you curb that?
So, there's some legitimate restrictions there as far as setting things up or any transactions and things like that, sure. Isn't that more just about the individual families and parents and how they do that?
I would think so.
Another element of government stepping in.
I think it may be an attempt to discourage cyberbullying or
Absolutely.
To try to maintain it, but unfortunately the adults are participating as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's another example of a real problem, a real issue that needs to be addressed, and applying the wrong solution.
Yeah, because adults get cyberbullied as well.
Well, the trash talking and the trolling and all of the ugliness,
Yep.
it's something that I've viewed in a couple of different ways, but it's inherent that there is no consequence
That's
to
true.
people's behavior.
That's true.
Because you are safe on the internet. You are safe in your basement and in your room and on your computer, and you can say anything you want without any repercussion,
And
any
be
consequence.
anybody you want to be.
Half of the stuff, no, probably 90% of the things that some of these trolls will say on the internet, you'd get your ass kicked if you did it in real life. But
That's
they
for
know
sure.
that. The same goes for motorists on the road. You wouldn't flip me off if you weren't safe in your little vehicle there driving away from the problem. So, yeah, there's a lack of consequence all the way around in this day and age. And I struggle with that sometimes.
Which part? Which part do you struggle with?
Enacting consequences. And we all feel it. There are people that deserve to get what's coming to them.
That is so true.
But none of us do.
And sometimes we want to give it to them.
It's
I know
true.
I do.
It's
like
true.
I just want to take my car and ram it into somebody else's sometimes.
And that one that's doing this down the highway, you just hope you see that car flipping up ahead and spinning over.
Or in my case, the person that's driving under the speed limit in front of me.
See, that is a reality check for you.
Yes.
And I have found the same thing when I'm driving along and I'm going with the flow of traffic, and then I'm behind somebody that's just going so freaking slow.
It's like they're sightseeing. I'm like, dude, it's a marathon to the right and a
And
7-Eleven to the
then
left.
I look down and I realize they're doing the speed limit. And I have to check myself, and I'm like, tell myself to shut the hell up, relax. This is what they're supposed to be doing. I've gotten caught up in all of this rat race with everybody else.
And it's easy to do.
And so it is. It's a reality check.
really
It's like,
easy
all right,
to do.
perspective here. They're doing the speed limit. Why the hell am I getting all, so.
You know what I tell myself, Jason? I'm like, okay, this is God's way of protecting me. Maybe it's a cop up ahead and I'm supposed to be slowing down.
There are a variety of ways to look at it other than this dumbass doesn't deserve to be on the road.
But that's my initial impression.
It is. It's a gut reaction nowadays, but again, that just tells us that we're getting swept up in that.
Yeah.
All right, and it's going
cycle.
going too far, too fast. So it's healthy to have that perspective. I know we all do, but oh my! So
signs of time.
more. There's again more going on with the Super Bowl. Did you have anything else
Yes, there's
that's
a
coming
Super
along here
Bowl
with
party going on. There's a couple of them. Some of them we were told not to talk about right now, but there's another big game party going on. It's a watch party, and it's going to be held at Slater's 50/50 open bar.
Oh wow!
Yes, and all you can eat.
That sounds huge.
Yeah. And it's going to be on Sunday, February 11th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Sisters 50/50 on the Lake Mead location because they have two. So both locations will be having an event, but I guess the Lake Mead location is where it's going to be popping. 7511 West Lake Mead Boulevard. That's Las Vegas, Nevada, 89128. There is a refund policy. No refunds.
That's the policy.
That is the policy, and I'm just seeing if I can find a price here. I believe it's $150 per person. I could be wrong. Let's see. It includes all you can eat.
That's not bad.
It's not at all.
You got the whole day, the whole game, open bar, all the food.
Yep. And it's a nice establishment. Yep. Tickets start at $125 up to $150 per person. So you can go online to Eventbrite. Go to eventbrite.com and Slater's 50/50. Get your tickets. Great watch party going on. Good food. Good time.
That's pretty good. 150, 125,
That's not bad.
150 bucks.
All you can eat, open bar.
Try 1,150 if you're trying to actually go.
Because I heard the Super Bowl tickets were now starting at like $3,000.
Not surprised. I haven't seen the numbers.
That's on Groupon.
Yeah, I haven't looked at numbers for that because I don't want that haunting me.
Yeah.
But it's of course it's going to be incredible.
You're better off finding a good watch party.
No, finding your people
Yep.
and your crowd and
Yep.
the food you want and not spending an arm and a
Yep.
leg. And especially if you can avoid parking issues.
That is so
Driving in and out of that,
true.
getting into that, forget it. Yeah, so
Because speaking of resort fees, the hotels are also raising their parking fees.
sure they are. Yeah.
They are. And within the last couple of years, I've noticed an influx in most of the hotels charging parking fees, because now it's like if you're a resident, show your ID and you can park for free.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So like, people that come in and visit, like, you're a resident, we can park for free. Can we come get you? No,
I know some of those days are over.
Yeah.
There's less of that, and it's getting more crowded. It's getting more
Yes.
packed. It's getting more active, more events.
And it's
so-
no fun when it's too crowded.
Uh.
It's just no fun.
No, it's too much. Traffic and everything else. The interesting thing about just the foot traffic is
Oh, yeah.
the new there's a new ordinance passed.
Really?
And I see if I understand this correctly, but they're prohibiting you stopping and standing on the walkways and the bridges down there on the strip.
Wow.
No looky-loos. It's a flow rule, basically.
So
to
it's
keep
just
things moving.
Keep it going. Passing only.
So,
Passing only.
yes,
That's
there's
the
some
pass
sort of.
lane.
I'd have to look at it again, but there's some sort of. You
That
can be
sucks.
ticketed if you basically stop in the middle of these throughways
You get
that
some
they have
of
down
the
on the strip.
best photos there.
I guess you got to pick your spots more carefully.
Wow.
Because no more stopping and standing, and so
Are they ticketing?
I'm not sure how they've gone about enforcing that just yet because it's brand new, but it's a little funny.
Vegas is good for ticketing. Clark County love to give out tickets.
Well, Vegas cashes in on
Especially
everything.
to those that are on foot,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently, yeah, the
They can
bridges.
catch you.
Yeah, the bridges and the walkways and all the throughways. It's basically just keep it moving, keep going. And so I don't know how they're going to really do that, but
Wow.
it's not great for the tourists. But
No,
then
not
again,
at all.
it's like, all right, maybe you get a pass if you got a camera or you got your phone going.
Well, then, that's everybody then. Everybody will have a camera.
So, yeah.
Everybody will have their phones going.
It's like hold up your phone and maybe they'll leave you alone.
This has
So.
got to be one of the richest cities in the United
We're on the way.
States.
We're on our way. I mean,
My goodness. I mean, when I first moved here, I heard, you get a ticket for loitering. They actually give out tickets for defacing a hamburger here. If you go in McDonald's and you get you a hamburger and you don't want your pickles and maybe you throw them, yeah, you can catch yourself a ticket.
that's something we could look at because every city, every ordinance, every state has got some of these really absurd laws and ordinances.
We'll have to look into that for another show.
Yeah, really nutty stuff. Something you can't do this with the dog. You can't do you can't spit. Oh yeah, it's really weird stuff. But okay, hold your pickles.
Hold your pickles.
Apparently, that's Vegas's next little slogan is "Welcome to sunny Las Vegas. Hold your pickles."
I love it.
All right, we're gonna
Hold your pickles.
yes, and hold your horses.
We'll
We're
be
gonna
right
take
back.
a little break.
Yes.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. If you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, social media shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, social media shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Yes. This old dude here is down in the 89101 with the pimps, hookers, and crackheads. I have the ass of a 16-year-old boy. So, get you some cheesecake. I had to watch porn at the office. They paid me to watch porn at the office. Up is down, black is white, porn is good again! Hooray, porn! Official name and title is Captain Chris Cookie Cook, the Cook County Chili Cook and comedic curmudgeon, captivating crowds from coast to coast.
And welcome back, Las Vegas. It's your girl, Lil Sonya.
And again, I'm Jason Hawe.
And we're ending it. This is it. This is
That sounded really ominous. Okay, let's make a. We're not ending. We're gonna do it. No, this isn't it. We're wrapping this one up.
Wrapping it up.
Okay, all right. That made me nervous.
I'm sorry.
I just had that
Maybe
little.
I got a little excited.
A little too final. A little too,
It's not over, guys. Not yet.
It ain't over by a long shot.
Not yet. We're just getting started. All right. Well, you want to take us out, Jay?
Well, we're talking about the Super Bowl, and we'll continue to over the course of the week, following weeks. There again, just really huge. For the most part, yeah, bigger than F1 in so many ways. Now, F1, Formula One racing is internationally, pretty consistently popular, but the Super Bowl is one of the biggest ones. So this is going to be bigger than probably anything we've had here before.
Pretty big deal. I mean, Vegas has never had an NFL team, and now we got an NFL team.
Right. So we'll be talking more about that. But there's also a holiday coming up.
Yes.
I kind of like
one of the sweetest holidays there is,
right?
Valentine's Day, guys.
In
Chicago, we celebrate Sweetest Day. They don't celebrate that here. It's in October.
What is it?
So Sweetest Day is supposed to be a Valentine's Day for the men, where the men are catered to.
I see. Okay.
And they don't, which is, it's good on my pockets that
Why
they
don't
don't
we got
celebrate
that?
it here. They don't even have the greeting cards here for Sweetest Day, but they have them in Chicago, and it's a big to do there for the men.
All right.
But we don't have it here, so. For us, Valentine's Day is for the men and the women. Don't forget the men,
All right, it's supposed to be. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
don't forget the men, ladies. But, and this is the first I've heard of this, there's something really big going on here in Vegas for that Valentine's Day holiday. And it's Veterans in Politics presents their 7th biannual Valentine's Day Ball. Have you heard of it?
I have not. No.
It's a really pick to do. The tickets start at $150 all the way up to $1,050.
Okay.
It includes veterans, politicians, such as judges and lawyers and commissioners. It's going to be held at the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa in the Grand Ballroom by the bowling alley. 9777 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada, 89183. The event will be hosted on Saturday, February 3rd from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Refund policies. Contact the organization to request a refund. So there is a refund policy. Eventbrite fees are non-refundable. You can find out about this event at eventbrite.com, where you can get more detailed information and purchase your tickets. Sounds like it's going to be really big, like a prom.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, is it strictly veterans and politicians?
No.
Or just us regular folks can go?
This event will allow for veterans, elected officials, candidates, and citizens to socialize comfortably amongst one another.
All
So
right.
those citizens who want to participate, who want to network, maybe you're going to school
yeah.
for poli-sci like me, hey, and you want to go and break into the industry, the political industry, and you want to, network and hobnob with
Hobnob rub
the
the
upper
elbows.
echelon.
Okay.
This would be the spot for you for Valentine's Day.
Rub elbows. Well, actually, and it's before Valentine's Day.
Well,
so
yeah,
you can
it's
still get
before.
in. If you've got
February
reservations or
So
something.
make sure you get your reservations and get your tickets, so you won't be able to get in.
I don't suspect that hotel and restaurants are going to be changed much as far as rates go.
Probably not.
That early you go from the Super Bowl and all of that increase right on
It's
into
all
Valentine's Day.
It's
So
all together.
if you were trying to do both in that few week span, it'd probably wipe you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So
It's either or.
what do you usually do for Valentine's Day?
Well, I usually get like chocolate, the usual, the chocolates, the card, the flowers, happy Valentine's.
Basics.
Oh, let's eat dinner and go to bed.
Right. You've got a family, you've got, real life and job and kids and all of that stuff.
It's not
so
as exciting anymore.
it's not,
It's not. But I love to see like the couples out, the new couples.
True.
Out walking and getting their gifts and the Valentine's Day proposals and I like, this may sound very, very wicked of me, but I like to see if those proposals actually make it to the altar.
The fails, yeah. Well, and this year they have to be careful though. If they're walking along the strip and he stops to propose, he might get a ticket. So you got to watch out for that. Those romantic moments on the strip. Those romantic moments on the strip. You wanna give her a kiss. Keep it moving.
Do it at dinner.
Nope, you can't. You got to keep going. No.
I've also heard for Valentine's Day that a lot of the wedding chapels here are hosting specials. So if you're bringing your girl or you're bringing your guy to Vegas and you're hoping that he popped the question, rush him off to the chapel quickly.
True. But they're missing out. There's no more Elvises doing the wedding.
Yeah.
They gotta do away with that.
But you want to make it there before the coupons expire.
Okay. Yeah. So get married. Yeah. It reminds me of the song. I'm thinking of the song now because I got another thing to talk about. But that song, That's Amore. Yeah, Dean Martin. Yeah, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's Amore. Well, speaking of the moon, see how I did that? Japan just landed a vehicle on the moon. An unmanned robotic vehicle. They landed on the moon. They're the 5th country to have put something there, whether it's a person or a thing. So, point being, for one, yes, the moon is real. There's all this nuttiness out there. That it's not a rock, it's not a ball, it's not a mass of anything. There's somebody sent me a TikTok of this otherwise normal looking, credible, professional looking individual. I don't even remember the name, but he said the moon is not a mass, it is a portal. It's a window. Because you look up and you see the dark ring around it, the little halo.
Space.
So it must be just like you see in the movies. It must be a portal to another dimension. Yeah, exactly. It gets ridiculous. It gets more. But point being that the Soviet Union, India, China, the United States, and now Japan have actually put something on the moon. It's real. It exists. It is what it is. It's a
Sounds
planetoid.
like we're going to the moon soon.
So, well, we keep throwing stuff out there, trying, and landing. But sadly, it's running out of batteries. It wasn't able to. The solar panels didn't function on its way there to keep it charged. So just like all of us who never leave the house with our phone charged, it's kind of running out of. So it's sitting there and it's running out of juice. I don't know if they're going to get it back or if it's just going to stay there with all the other space junk that we've got.
Well, hopefully it has enough sense to communicate with one of the other drones that are on the moon and can borrow some battery life.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. No. Do you got a charger? You got a charger? Do you have a
Can I
plug?
borrow your charger?
Can I borrow your cord?
You better hope they don't have an iPhone charger.
Oh, that's true. Lightning doesn't work up there.
No.
No. Oh Lord. But yeah, just a little bit on some of the the ones that don't believe. It really is. It's real.
It's real.
We land on it. They've landed on it. They picked stuff up from it. It's not Stanley Kubrick on a soundstage faking the whole thing.
Or an illusion.
So just a little bit about
or
that.
Or AI.
Right. So, guys, I think that was pretty much all the good stuff we came up with for today.
Yeah, good. Nice talking to you today.
I'd say so. It's always good. Now we can get back to kind of hanging out regularly,
yes.
Can't we?
Yes, I'm back. I'm fired and back.
So, you've got one more thing, though. You've got your podcast, right?
I
want to
do,
plug that
again. Guys, come over and follow me and subscribe on YouTube. On the Sofa with Little Sonya. My first episode will be premiering February 1st. I got some awesome guests coming through, some movie producers, script writers. We're going to sit on the sofa and have us a blast.
That sounds awesome,
yes.
Actually.
Gotta get you on there, Jason.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sticking my nose more into the entertainment industry as we go along here. And
yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
I need to rub those elbows, that's for sure. Yep.
You can also catch me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Real Little Sonya.
Fantastic. And I'm still working on my socials here, but I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram. You can find me that way too. So more to come. That's the bottom line. There's going to be a lot more ahead.
Always more.
Come back again soon. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.